I'm really sorry. Yesterday I was supposed to post that picture with the questions for fans. That was my task, but I I went to the piano bar. Things got a little messy in there, so I forgot about it.
Right.
To be honest, but I have some questions too. It's not the real setup, and it's not going to be real Formula One questions, but it's a little bit. There's a screen running, and we're just going to pretend it's fan questions, okay? So I'm going to answer the question, and then we see. This is running.
The screen's gone black.
Oh yeah, just.
So, okay, it's running. Very good.
Good.
So,
sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's good actually.
Is it Toto?
No, it's not Toto. No, we're good.
Is it Ferrari?
Best we move on. Let's carry on. Let's go.
Why didn't we win?
It's a good question.
Answer it.
It's a good question. Race started pretty well. We went into qualifying, got on pole. Lewis did his job. We were second going into the opening laps, and then from then onwards, Ferrari were an extraordinary car. Very, very fast, very good. They did a good strategy. They did one stop, and ultimately today or yesterday, we just couldn't fight them. Couldn't win.
We weren't quick enough.
But why did we do 2 stops and they did 1? I don't understand.
We did a one stop with Valtteri. It wasn't particularly successful either. And with Lewis, we were looking at what we could do from when you were second to try and beat them and win the race. And we expected a 2 to be able to put us in a slightly different position to them. It didn't work out.
But why don't you think about it before and decide it's one stop is like Kimi Räikkönen? He won with 1 stop.
Yeah.
But
We did one on a 1 stop and one on a 2 stop.
and both of them didn't win.
We tried both. Yeah.
But both didn't win. You're right. Correct.
But why?
As I've said, really weren't quick enough on the day.
It's only the okay. Is Toto the problem? Should we replace him? I get the feeling that I'm not a total expert, but virtual safety car, that's, you weren't like in this year, it's not been your number one, like your A game.
A strong point.
Strong point. Yeah.
Can you do that?
I could try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try that next time.
I mean, frankly, at this stage, changing it's probably sensible. So yeah, why not?
So you are retiring from decision making, strategy wise.
We told him to do the opposite to Kimi.
Yeah.
What we could do is just say do the same as Kimi.
Yeah.
But don't we do the opposite of
So
what
we just
James
do the
does?
same as Ferrari.
So if I say stop,
Oh, what, do the
then
opposite to James?
shove then keeps the car out.
Could we do that? In the
We
next
could try
race?
that.
You could definitely
Do the
try that as
opposite to
well.
James, yeah.
But then I would just say the opposite to what I really wanted.
No, you wouldn't think it through that much.
Probably not, actually, no. So that might work, yeah.
Close strategy, guys. Okay, but you did maybe you say even if we went for 1 stop, we would have not won.
Yesterday.
The numbers.
Well, the problem is we were second after the first corner and we lost that position.
Okay.
And then it gets a bit tricky because the car wasn't looking after its tyres well enough, and the Ferrari was doing that very well. Red Bull was doing that well. And you've got to try something a bit different to win it. And we thought if we did the 2 stop, we'd be quick enough to overtake, or would at least try that. And that was what gave us a shot of winning the race. But it didn't work out, and it doesn't always go the way you want it to.
What's because I'm a person who only thinks about positive things. What's been the best strategy decision this season so far?
Ooh.
Like there's a situation where you can say something nice to James, please, and say it into his face.
That's very kind of you. Yeah.
Look at each other, please.
Hang on, why is it taking you so long
Yeah,
to think?
please don't.
Because I can't remember. There's so many good ones. There's a lot of good ones.
But look at each other, please.
Sure.
What was your personal favourite?
No, hey,
Monza.
it was
Okay.
a question for you. It's not about.
We're sorry, we're trying to.
That's
sorry,
do you know the quiet fox? That's a German thing.
Yeah.
So
Monza.
why Monza?
Because we didn't start from pole, we won the race. It was we had a tough race in Spa actually, so it was a nice one to come back and be strong. And it was one where we were able to push them into an early stop with Kimi, which forced them to take their tyres very long. And it was kind of a point where the season it had been going pretty tough, and Monza started quite a good run for us. So that was a nice one.
But say it out loud. Monza, James did a very good job.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just James. The car was quite nice as well, but Monza, James did a good job of his bit. Yes.
Okay. What do you like about his decision taking in the season so far? Like his approach. What did he do good in this season so far? It is a mediation year. Everybody
Okay, good.
So now, please, quiet.
Okay.
And it's his speaking time.
So two things. Shove, what's really good about Shove is he listens to everyone. So he doesn't have an opinion he puts on the table and it's a dictatorship. He has a whole group that he works with that allows him to make ultimately a little culmination of that and the best decision. And in terms of where we've been this year, that's been extremely strong, Singapore, without question for me. It's a race that previously we've struggled at. And this year, without question, we were a very, very strong car. And a lot of that work goes on at the factory. Huge amounts of work going on at the factory, and a lot of that work is down to Shove and his team and certain groups that pull that information together and execute it. So that's what it sort of brought a smile to my face this year.
Thank you, James. That's very kind.
You're welcome.
There's a progress going on here.
Yeah.
Yes, I really like it.
I'm confused by where we're going with this, though, a little bit.
Okay. One more question.
Okay.
It's just two more questions. So I've seen this spinning wheel. Like there's a spinning wheel where you
When we do this,
like the is it
really for
some
decision making?
Yeah, it's
the
some
one that,
decisions really,
right? I see what you mean, but we don't normally talk about that on camera.
Yeah, but
it's one of the tools. It's one of the tools that you use.
Yeah, for sure. Every now and again, you should use something like that. Just adds a little bit of variability. Mm-hmm.
And you look very skinny. Did you really lose some weight in Austin?
I have genuinely lost weight in Austin. Yeah.
How much?
About 2 kilos at the moment.
That's
one weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Was it stressful this weekend?
I would say, in all truthfulness,
Normal.
it's normal. Yeah,
It's normal.
This is not the first time necessarily that we've been in such a position, and we don't underestimate Ferrari. Every day that we do this, we're appreciative of the fact that we have a chance of winning or not. And Ferrari this weekend were incredibly strong, and we expect them to be strong next week as well. And it's not more stressful than it was early on in the season, because every single race impacts on the championship.
Two more questions. How is the German driver? That's a 4-time. How's his name pronounced?
The German driver.
Yeah, the guy.
Okay, yeah. So I think it depends on a little bit of the pronunciation, but Vettel is what I want to say at this point in time, or
Vettel.
Vettel.
Sebastian Vettel.
Okay, so the beginning bit, Sebastian.
No, not Sebastian.
Really?
Sebastian.
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 Okay.
Or Sepp. Hey, Sepp.
Yep.
Vettel. Vettel.
Vettel.
Like
With a F.
Like me,
With a-
fat.
Yeah.
Till.
Okay, so Vettel.
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 Not Vettel. Vettel.
Vettel.
Yeah. Very
Okay, good.
Vettel.
We just pronounce them as they're written. So it's Sebastian Vettel, Charles Leclerc. It's how they are written.
Yeah, but in your language, that's why you go to every country you
But
go to,
we're doing
and
this
then
in
you
English.
then you always have a curry, because
Yes.
that's what
Oh.
you English people do. But there's
Yes.
culture outside of curry out there. There's different stuff in there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sebastian Vettel heißt eben Sebastian Vettel, verdammt nochmal. Und jetzt, ich gehe auch nicht hin und sage Lewis Hamilton. That's how a German would pronounce that name in German. We are like, it's a cultural thing. So Sebastian Vettel, Sepp Vettel from now on.
Okay, yeah. We're completely aligned, and I think
Wound
there's
you
an
up
issue
a
there.
bit.
But is that a question?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Vettel. Last question. How I kind of wanna. Can we win in Mexico both championships now? We can.
No.
No. Like from the numbers.
No. You can win.
Impossible.
Lewis could win the drivers. We can't, can we? I don't know. To be
Yeah,
honest,
we can win. We can win both in Mexico,
Oh, right,
but it
okay.
needs an outlandish result, effectively. So you need
Okay.
Ferrari to have a disastrous weekend for the constructors' championship. The drivers' championship is something that is within our grasp, But we have very much a policy here. It's not ours until it's ours at this point in time, and that hasn't been achieved. But it's closer than it was in Austin, for sure.
So now it's 5 points. Right?
I haven't actually done the maths on that, because
Yeah.
we don't spend loads of time doing all the maths. We just try and go and do a good job.
And win
So-
every week.
And win every race.
I hadn't
It-
realised
it-
that we could win, but
Yeah.
I don't think we will.
No,
You don't think?
Not in
Not
with
in
the
Mexico.
constructors in Mexico.
Oh, the constructors,
Yeah.
but I thought winning.
we're
What's-
going there with the intention of winning. Without
No,
question.
the car should work well. It's worked well at a few tracks this year that we've struggled with in the past. And Mexico, we haven't been brilliantly strong there in the last few years, but I think we have made a bit of progress with how we run the car. So hopefully it'll go well and we can get a good result.
But isn't this year always the opposite of what, like, out of me? I'm a non-Formula One person, but every time we go to a track and people tell me, I'm asking you
The good
about
ones
what's
have
happening,
turned
and
into
always
the bad
opposite
ones.
happens.
Yeah.
So,
The good ones turned into the bad ones, and the
Yeah.
bad ones into the good ones.
so what was Mexico on a, like? did
Oh,
we
I'd
go
say
there-
that was a bad one.
Yeah, I'd say
so
that's a bad
hopefully
one on
that'll
scale.
now be a good one
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
your.
On your rating of
System.
good ones becoming bad ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
So okay. It's gonna be fun.
they're all fun.
Anything else you want to add to the audience of I think next week it's going to be normal again, right?
Not
I hope so. Yeah.
I mean, this is quite good, if I'm
Yeah,
honest. I
it's
think
still
really well
working.
done on the effort. I think this is particularly strong, so well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I'm a visual guy. You know?
Sure,
I'm
sure,
a
sure.
pro in that. Yeah.
Do you think next time maybe we could have sent the questions to some of our fans out there that actually want to ask questions?
So, what do you mean? It's like I'm not a fan, but I'm. Yeah, okay.
Why are your photos always a bit blurry?
I'm gonna stop.
Like that's not.
We're gonna stop.
It's not difficult.